Hi guys, welcome back to the special event of the month, the series in which I watch one movie per week. That's 4 movies overall, and all of the films have something in common. This month I'm checking out movies set in 2021 but not made in 2021. The first entry was Johnny Mnemonic. You can check out my review for it up there at the I button, and today we have another entry. By the by, I'm the movie guy and this is my review for It's All About Love. Now the plot of this film is pretty convoluted, but I'm going to try my best to explain it to you guys. So John and Elena are going to get divorced. They've been separated for a year and a half, and then they finally meet and they start talking. They hit it off once again, and then all hell breaks loose when it starts snowing in July. John finds out that Elena actually has 3 clones and people from Africa start to fly. It's All About Love is directed by Thomas Vinterberg, and in his filmography he has 2 films that most directors would give one finger for. I'm talking about The Hunt and Another Round, both of which starred Mads Mikkelsen. Both of these films were praised. Another Round was actually nominated for Best Non-English Films at the Oscar last year, and that's all and great, except that It's All About Love doesn't feel like any of those pictures. It's also one of those boring, slow-paced films that even though only run for an hour and 40, they actually feel like 3 hours and a half. My biggest problem with it though is that it didn't really have just one coherent idea. The director didn't really know where to take this story. In the beginning, this phenomenon of people dying from love is introduced. There's also an ice age, as I've said, but the film doesn't pick just one idea and expand upon it. They just raises up these ideas, but they don't develop them enough. This film tackles some themes such as people being unable to connect, how technology pulls us apart, and how people are actually a lot more antisocial now, which are great themes to try to tackle, but none of them are actually explored to the end. There's also a lack of character development in the protagonist, which basically means that I couldn't really care less about what happened to them, which is a big shame. Towards the end of the film, they do try and they do manage to right the ship, so to say, but it was kind of a case of too little too late. There are some things to cling on to if you really want to finish this film. Claire Danes is fantastic in this film. She is definitely the best performer and she has the best scenes in this film. The winner is a figure skating scene, which was just dreamy. And if you look at the cast, it definitely had promise. Joaquin Phoenix stars, there's a cameo from Sean Penn, and there's also Mark Strong as well. As I've said, the cast had promise. However, I wasn't a big fan of Joaquin Phoenix's performance. I actually thought that it was one of his worst ones. I didn't like Mark Strong either. The worst thing for me was the editing, which I thought was the worst part about the film. It just gave it sort of a B-movie feel. And it's not a B movie. It actually had a pretty big budget. In terms of the problems from the movie that exist in our world as well, Thomas actually nailed on quite a few. I'm talking about the problems of people failing to connect and how technology has basically separated us. Of course, it was a problem when this film was released. It still is a pretty big problem today. People just fail to connect and they just like to spend time on social media. And even when they do communicate, they mostly communicate through these apps. To sum up, the film is too crowded for it to make sense. So our recommendation is that you do not give this movie a watch, with a rating of 1 star. Review next week will be Wuthering Witches, so watch by next Thursday. Let me know in the comments of what you thought of It's All About Love. While you are there, press that like and subscribe button. Press the bell to get notifications every time my videos get uploaded. And until next time, keep on watching movies, guys.
John, are you there?
You have to forget about Elena.
Can you please turn right here?
John!